Maximus Analysis here for July 12th, 2016. Sorry about yesterday. Had some little technical difficulties. I had to take down the video due to my mic must have been acting up. But anyway, we are seeing new highs, and this was the old high of last November 2015 of 2134. Now, getting above that, again, I guarantee there was a ton of buy stops above that to get in on the breakout. So they just had to squeeze them a little bit, and they might squeeze a little bit as well. Upside potential, we had 2139. We're currently at there now. I have a levels. I've already posted them on Twitter, so check them out. If you have any questions regarding the levels, please let me know. And we'll continue to watch this here. Again, we've been pretty sideways in regards. This is an hourly chart of the ES. We can see that we've been sideways since 5 a.m. So we're 4 hours sideways, but the trend, you can see the higher lows are still in place. Okay, we still have higher lows that are holding. Again, only a breakdown under 2122 would just be like, maybe they're just a little bit tired going into that. Just again, this is the Brexit, and it is completely wiped out, and these are the highs that we'd want to see. So you have the high here all the way to the low here. So just using like a 4-point range of support that we want them to just continue above and not revisit. We don't want them to come back under 2100, and especially under this 2180 area that we've been talking about, but now they seem to have cleared the hurdle. And before you say it, why would you even talk about 2080? Well, with moves like this, you don't want to be prepared if something else happens, which is ridiculous. And it's not ridiculous in being that it broke. Yeah, it is kind of ridiculous to have it break down all this way, go all the way up. Again, you're seeing historic moves on both sides, intraday and on the daily time frame, which we'll go to right here. But you could see, again, the failed breakout looks like it's holding so far. I do still look at volume, and I'll continue to see where we go from here. Because if you look back, again, we want to make sure that there's no false breakouts, because we had something similar to that on this. We had a false breakout high in 2007, and it broke down after that. So again, we just want to make sure that we're just not getting lazy, and we want to make sure that we're continuing to look at the bigger picture here. But right now, all things are holding, and these three breakouts looks like this one will the volume is lighting up. And again, this is newsletter stuff that I've put together, but we'll continue to look and see how it goes from here, and continue to make sure this 2120 level isn't broken. NQ 60-minute, again, you can see if we just again put some basic lines here, just to say, okay, these are the levels that we want to hold. Okay, and you can see again with price action based on a daily, you can also see that these are price levels that we want to hold as well. Okay, this was resistance, came up into it, 2119.50, broke down, now above it. Oops, used the wrong levels. I used ES levels. Sorry about that. 44.93 and a half, broke down. Now we see that we're back to 45.75.75. So we'll continue to watch. See again. It could be a choppy week. It could pull back a little bit unless it breaches some of these critical levels here. We'll just treat it as just rest for more bull side potential. But we'll continue to watch again and not get lazy. But you can see now that they're finally breaking above this pennant that we've been talking about. So we'll continue to look at that one. Crude is up this morning, holding this 200-day moving average so far. Okay, and we want to see where it's going. Remember, this is a key critical level that we want to see them get back above. Let me actually use the continuous contract. So you can see it's a critical level that we want to get back above, which is the 46.47 level that we've talked about so far. An engulfing pattern, again, on its way down, and we want to see them hold this 43.812 level. And tomorrow is EIA report, so we'll continue to watch where things are going to go, because you would have people that would say, and again, I really don't follow this pattern too much, but you could see an inverted head, left shoulder. I guess this would be a right shoulder, but again, it's the higher lows. So before I look at all that, space monkey stuff, I would just say, okay, we have higher low, higher low. Again, we want to make sure that we break down these lows. We don't want to break these lows and then see what the kind of volume they have to the upside. I will play this with USO common or the future, okay, because the USO puts pay like crap. Going into gold, you can see that it's having a slight pullback right now. You can see on the weekly time frame for gold that oops, this is quarterly. Wow, no, we don't want that. We can see that we had this as well to say not to chase, and this is the reason why. A lot of people will say that the market is rigged. I got in and now it's pulling back and taking my stop. No, the market isn't rigged, but there does come a point where things do not go up infinitely. And yes, there will be charts that you see 16 bars in a row. 16 bars in a row is not typical. Typical is 3 to 5 to 8 bars. So again, we'll look to see if they went on the pullback, if they get down to this 1300 level, and then what we're going to do from there. Remember, we do have upward top resistance that we got back here in 2013, 2014, tapped it, rolled. So right now, again, you can also state that this is another type of false breakout coming up. But again, I would look at stuff on the bull side, but not right now. Again, you got to also know when to pick these type of things, not to just say, okay, now I have a breakout, I'm good to go. Now let's look at some of the stuff on the daily time frame that we've been watching. We have Amazon making new highs and really cranking from this this level here. Again, I'm not a breakout trader. The trade was this dip. It was really sideways, so missed this trade, but it is what it is. And in this business, if you're looking to make and take every trade, well, good luck with that. So we'll continue to watch this one, see where it goes here. But again, no chasing, because where are you going to put your stop? If you chase, your stop needs to be back here. And I don't know anybody that's going to put an 80-point stop on something like this. Just wait for the trade to come to you and let it be. Apple on the daily time frame is just still, I mean, again, I'm sorry to have all this stuff on there, but we kind of just really want to see what's going on, and it still looks in a weak state or in the middle of the channel. Looking at the weekly time frame, you can see it's just tapping this 200-day moving average, but it's still in a, I don't like this pattern right here. I shorted here. I don't know if I shorted up here, but I've been short for a while, and we'll continue to look for shorts unless they make some break above at least break above this high and give me something to pull back and to get into. Okay, I don't need to be the first one out the foxhole at all. Google, again, still watching this one right here. Volume is lighting it up a little bit sideways, similar to a Facebook. So Facebook, again, I want to see what it does going into this week, because if you take this stuff off, right, let's just take this stuff off for a second. You could see that they're approaching these lows, and I want to see how they close this week out. So these lows right here, from this, they're coming and approaching it on light and volume. I'm not saying that they're going to hugely break out, but you can see the uptrend line. So I'm watching this one into the close to see of this week, to see what we're going to do next. You have Tesla, again, up, but again, I'm looking more on the weekly time frame to say, okay, we can see that we are testing these levels, and they've held so far, but we continue to just have a plethora of head and shoulders. They would just go crazy. Head and shoulders, inverted head and shoulders, head, shoulder, maybe crazy right, left shoulder, inverted head and shoulder. It's just been sideways. So again, it's choppy. Want something a little bit more clear. I did short this point, and I also shorted here as well. So I'm not going to be a pig and just reshort without the pattern setting up properly. Again, it's all about waiting for the proper setup versus trying to trade everything. Every little wiggle is going to get you slaughtered in this business. So again, I posted out the levels for crude, and I also posted out the levels for ES. If you guys have any stocks, email me, and I'll try to see if I can get some levels up for you so you can put them on your charts, because these levels do work very well. Take care. Sorry about the inconvenience yesterday regarding the videos. Yes, it happens. Out of 570 videos, yes, sometimes I get a crappy one. So thanks for your patience. Thanks for your support, and happy trading.